Here comes Santa Claus, here comes Santa Claus, right down Santa Claus Lane. He's not looking as good as he should, 'cause Santa Claus is really old. This poor guy, he's probably about 60 years old. I don't know how old he is, but he's a mechanical Santa from the days of yore, and he still works. Look at him. Ho, ho, ho! I don't know what's going on with his tummy. Poor guy. Been one of those years. 2017. He'll go down in history. My Lord. What a year. Alright. Hey, let me show you this since it's over here. See, that's a little more appropriate. You got Halloween right around the corner. Look at that. You could fill the dish up with candy and just set it outside your door and say with a sign that just says, "Help yourself. Don't knock on my door. Leave me alone." Here's a nice silver-faced stereo. It was working earlier. We had it on. Pioneer SX 980. There's a couple of Infinity speakers. And they're actually hooked up to the stereo there. So here's a really cool item. It's a print by Banksy, an artist. Looks like he did it for Greenpeace, and it's very limited because once Disney found out there were Disney characters in a Banksy print, they told him, "We're gonna sue your butt," and he had to quit doing that. But it's pretty good, pretty cool. Look at that. The executioner's gonna. That's so. Costume jewelry. We're probably gonna start right here. This is how we're gonna start it. We like starting with boxes of costume jewelry. It's a fun way to start the auction. There's a really cool Naval Academy yearbook. I think it's 1929. Very cool. Pens and pencils with old advertising on them. This is neat. A Franklin Mint Wyatt Earp 44 revolver. It sure seems, feels real. It breaks open. It does all. Check out the photos. I took a few photos of that. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. Don't try and shoot it. That barrel is blocked. Don't hurt yourself doing something stupid. Got some wheat pennies back there. Got some real nice watches and pocket watches. Very nice. Pocket knives, all of them. Check out the photos for the details. They've all been tagged, and got some sterling in there, a couple 10-karat gold rings in boxes. This is neat. There's some CBS. There's 3 tickets in there for the Arthur Godfrey Talent Scouts show. And these tickets were dated May 14th, 1956. And they're like in pristine conditions. Pretty cool. But you kind of wonder why they didn't make it to the talent show. Louis Vuitton, our resident expert on those sort of things, says he's pretty sure that's the real deal. That's a nice little band hat. Some really cool lighters down there, mostly Zippos. There's some good pocket knives in that box of stuff too. I think there's a case in there. Case makes a fine knife. Moving on here, we got some cool things in the case. Look at that real big, it's like an aluminum car or tin maybe. Yeah, check it out on the photos there. Looks like it was made in Japan. But very cool, big old Cadillac. That billy club there's lead filled, so that'll whack somebody upside the head good. Nice pellet pistol. Makes a nice loud pow, like it'll work good. There are some BB guns back there. One of them has BBs in it. So don't be charging up a BB and pointing it at your friend's face and going, "Hey, does this work?" Because it does. You could put his eye out, so don't do that. That would be terrible. Yeah, there's BBs in one of them, so. Neat items up top. too many for me to. Pretty cool looking. Looks like sort of a blade, island type blade made with scrap aluminum, probably aircraft aluminum. Not sure where that's from, maybe New Guinea or something like that, I'm not sure. That's pretty neat. Protective mask field, M9A1 still in the can, never been opened. There's the key to open the can. That's awfully cool. Got some items down here I don't want to miss. That's a cool box, Johnny Walker box. It is marked, I think, Navy 60s for the officers, so they can have something to drink and talk shop around the captain's table. Neat ephemera, if you will. There's some cool old Scout. Look at that, 3 cents a copy. How the heck old is that? That's old. 3 cents. Yeah, that's worth checking out. And this thing's just clean as a whistle. Structo Sanitation Department. It's a dump truck. Gosh, really nice shape, and the paint on it and everything. That's nice. 48 star little flag. There's some cap guns. Old puppet chow looking. This real nice. I think it's supposed to be Pat Garrett, gunfighter of some kind up there. We got banks again. So we've been having these past couple auctions. This is it though. This is it. After this, that's it. And there's some cool banks up here. Check out the photos. I took photos of all of them. Banks, banks, banks. Banks, 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 banks. And look at that Datsun there. That's a big bank. Same with look at the size of this rabbit bank. I mean, shoot. By the time you fill him up, you're rich. Neat stuff. Nice Weller piece of pottery there. Nice bison. That's probably composite or resin made, but nice nonetheless. There's some banks. We'll do choice out of these flats. These aren't as spectacular as the ones we've had earlier. Really cool chair. According to the paperwork and everything, this is from the 1700s. Yeah, I said 1700s, not 1800s. That's old. Super old. It has some documentation. I took pictures of it. Come check it out. It looks like there's a lot of peg work done on this thing. It's constructed real well. It's obviously constructed very well, because for it to be that old and it still exists, speaks volumes. Nice butler's tray. I don't think the stand that it's on is as old as the tray itself. The tray itself, again, there's some documentation claiming that it is from the 1840s. That's pretty gosh darn old as well. Awesome rug, silk, beautiful. No tag, but I mean, this thing, no one ever walked on it. Nobody ever. I don't know how old it is, but it's looks like it's 8 foot by 5 foot. Real nice size, and the tightness of the weave is just, it's gorgeous. Those of you who know about rugs, you might want to check that one out. Another kid's saddle. Seem to be getting a lot of them. Made by Wyeth from St. Joseph, Missouri. There's a tag on the back, and this sucker is in pretty gosh darn good shape. I mean, it still has life in it. It's not all wore out and split out. It could probably use a little neat's foot oil to bring the leather a little more back to life. Other than that, I'm not sure if this carriage thing goes with it or not. It's not ours, so we'll have to ask. I have to find that out for you. We have preview Wednesday 11 to 1 and an hour before the auction Thursday. So we open the doors at 5, the auction starts at 6. This is cool for like curtains, Western theme. You like how I did that? I put that, it's a different consigner, but it kind of goes with the saddle thing. See, we try to, not sure what the heck's going on here. It's a wheelbarrow, thing with a painting of a horse. SB 2011. A really big printed photograph of New York. There's that angular building there. It's got a name that I'm forgetting right now, but pretty darn cool. Look at this old Sinclair dinosaur. All, yep, Vaughn sit there and huffed and puffed and blew it up. He did it. I let him. Usually they have me, the resident trumpet player, blowing those sort of things up, but that's pretty cool. James Frey signed it. Nice poster. Some cool naval photos and a Johnson & Johnson case. I'm not sure what's going on with that thing. Got a number of recurve bows, different lengths, different strengths. No parking. I'm about to show you the weirdest fish ever caught. Goofy fish. I'm not sure what's going on with this guy. Who made him? There's no artist. It's not signed or anything. But wow, what a conversation piece. What a cool little goofy thing. It's constructed really well. I mean, you can see it's hanging out there, hanging off our walls, looking cool. Antlers, all kinds of model cars, still new in their boxes. Here's some Hot Wheels over here. Cool items on the floor here. Didn't hang that up because it hangs weird, but as you can see, it lights up. Pepsi Cola. Neat items down here. I like that. El Super Hombre, which is, I guess, Spanish version of Superman. I kind of like Super Hombre better. Oh, Superman. I don't want Superman. Call Super Hombre. Reserved for RPM. Rotations per minute? Huh. Couple of 1958 Chevy shop manuals. 64 Chevelle shop manual. 64 Chevy shop manual. Those are nice to have, man. If you got a classic car, you're just going to need to get one of those for whatever classic car you have. Not sure why this keeps flashing like that, this Coors sign, but the digital part's working, everything's working. It's just the bulb just kind of, bzz, 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 you know, going in and out. Nice piece of pottery. Do not have the remote for this TV back here in Emerson, so you'd have to be clicking things manually, which you can do on that crazy looking clock. It's been clunking away just fine. Wish I knew something about this beer, Tuborg. It's got class. Tuborg beer. Never heard of it. But I like that sign a lot. Crazy knife on a placard. Got a cool, this thing was pretty much in all brand new condition down here. 1988 dated, Miller Lite and parts. It's got a parts in the bag there and the instructions. I think Vaughn actually had to put a plug on it because they don't even do that. They just had the wiring, and it's like, here, you put the plug on it, which is, you know, neat little purse over here. Got some furs back there. All right, I better get going. Neat items. All I'm gonna, like I have in the past, we'll hit these tables, give you at least a glimpse. I'll kind of flash up to show you the artwork that's behind there too, and we'll work our way down to the furniture here. That's a neat black velvet painting. This thing's huge. Look at the size of that painting, and it's a real painting by J. Dobies. It's nicely done. That's an attention-grabbing piece. You could have it flanked by those smaller pieces, or these, which seem to match. Let me try and. So this was a lipstick. Looks like a display that needs loving care. Bring that back to life. Show you this table, and then I'll kind of go behind me. There's some tables, so we'll be zigzagging here. So many items, there's no way I can tell you about each and every one. These are weird. I'm not sure what's going on with those, but try to read up all about it before you go pulling the pin in your house. All of a sudden you're having to call the fire department and air out your house for 2 weeks. Who knows what are in those canisters. Need ammo boxes. Those are big. Gosh, that silver one's huge. Don't see them that big very often. Need items up here. That's pretty cool for a little kid. Looks like it works too. Got some kind of, look like motorcycle exhaust pipes, I'm guessing. Back here, look at that. I don't know, I can understand these Teamster strike signs. That's kind of neat. Not sure what that sign's trying to say. Yes, we have no bananas. Yes, we have no bananas. Yes, we have no bananas. So that's Bartle and James. I remember that. That was back in my day. That was pretty much your first alcoholic beverage, because you're so young you don't know anything. You drink one of those and get the worst heartburn, or I did. Neat stuff. That's a nice painting. Nicely done. I'm not sure. We got two works by this artist who did this sort of Iraqi. They must have hung these up around the commissary, so for giggles, for the soldiers, something for them to laugh at. Let me go down here. I don't want to miss nothing. Gotta get at least a glimpse. There's an old set of dishes. No marking on the bottom other than USA. Not sure who made those, but they are old. Got a lot of metal toys. Got a whole train set here. Nice train. There's a couple of those operating switches, tracks. Neat items below. Moving on. Hey, another Pepsi-Cola clock. Not sure if that one lights up or not. There is a power strip, so you could check it out if you wanted. There's a power strip up on this table if you want to check out any of these electronics, but honestly, we're going to sell them as a stack. And there's a stack. And here's a stack. You get all of them. Bunch of 45s in there. There's another painting. All right. Nice hat with the box. These are some old sports cleats. I like how it's got an extra padding on that one foot. Looks like that's the left foot. I don't know, maybe a kicker? Because they seem kind of like they're old cleats. Those are all, those coffee mugs are from different events from Boy Scouts. Neat. Old comics. I like this chess set. Show you some of the art up on the walls here. That, I guess it's not hanging up because it probably doesn't have a wire, but it's nicely framed. It's of the, you know, Golden Gate Bridge. Pretty neat. Show you these tables back here. Got kind of a crazy bed. Looks like blue velvety. That's a plush bed. More items here. Again, too many for me to spout off everything. Check out photos. Nice dresser with double mirror there and a side thing, and this is all matching. I don't know if we're selling it as a whole set or what, but just a mattress and a couple of end tables there, bigger one, smaller one, coffee table, and all of that kind of goes together. This is some sort of, I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like a number of items here. We got a portable workbench, a router, some sort of router recreator. Yeah. Nice dining room table. I don't think we got a leaf for this thing. But look at it, it's a gorgeous shape. Perfect size for like 4 people with the 4 chairs. And the chairs are clean. Let me pick one out here. Look at that upholstery. Nobody drops spaghetti on those. It's nice stuff. This is a beautiful table as well. Really nice. I like that. A lot of detail. Got a lot of kids' chairs. Those are cute little, look like they're from the 70s or something. Here's little kids rocking chair. Real nice cedar trunk back there. There's a, I'm not sure if you can see it, that's a file cabinet, that dark wooded thing. Check out the photos. It's a really nice desk. And it will take down. It's like a 3-piecer. Top comes off, the sides come off. And so that baggie is all the bolts to put it right back together, but we left it that way, which you can do, because whoever buys it is gonna be glad that we did that, so they can, because trying to pick that sucker up as a whole is, they weigh a lot. Nice chest there, a couple of, coffee tables that could either get repainted or do something with it, but low-lying tables there. Look at those gorgeous chairs with the stitching. I was banging my knee into those bar tables. Yeah, a lot of double chairs. Those are like little kid-sized. Nice rocking chair there. Little kid-sized table and chairs. That'd be nice to have. Thanksgiving's right around the corner. If you got a couple little snots, so you don't need to sit up at the family table. You can. Here's your little table. You guys sit over there. Be goofy. Big old armoire. Look at this. I think that's George Michael, ready to hold your horses there for you. He's one of those lawn jockeys. I've never seen one with that kind of paint job. He does. He looks like George Michael. Wake me up before you go. Leave me hanging like a lively yo-yo. Sorry. That's a nice contemporary piece. Good size. Nice marble plant stand or small table. That's pretty cool too. It does have a small 45 record player in it. Here's a couple, those are lamps. Big old towers. Very modern looking. Very clean. Pretty cool. Neat items. Look at this weird, like, I guess you'd call it a sofa table, or maybe just a, but I like it. Kind of industrial because it's got the metal top and big old railroad tie type legs, and look, it's got to where you could bolt it to your floor if you needed to, but I don't think you do. They're just flared out for stability. So this big thing floats. Apparently, supposed to. Made by a company called Fat Boy, and it floats in a pool. So you climb, and so it's kind of like a beanbag chair for your pool. Got all kinds of new items back here, new packaged, ready for gift giving. Christmas is around the corner, as you can see, the crazy old Santa. I bet that originally said TWA, but all we have is WA. Wah! Big old rug. Look at the size of this thing. I took a picture of the label. It's got, you know how when they come from other countries they have strange dimensions. It's probably centimeters maybe. It's like 300 by 1400, whatever it said. I don't remember, but look at the size of that. That's a big 3-shelf kind, or 4 shelves, you know, that we put all kinds of stuff in. It's on rollers, you know, and we draped it over. Huge, very huge. Here's something a little more manageable, maybe 6 by 9 footer. There's no tag, but it, again, a really nice rug. Starting to get nice rugs again. All kinds of neat stuff back here. There's a big old dog carrier for a big dog. There's a hose reel. Yep. Neat. Little kitty chairs for, I don't know, home theater area. Nice. Wrought iron scrolling there. Cool old radio. It's got a record player in it too. Very dusty. Probably doesn't work. Cool art. Metallic art. A big old cement fish and a smaller cat. It's another pet carrier. So this is some kind of, I just like the big giant display case thing that's on rollers. Got a, I mean, it's industrial. That thing's tough. You could carry all kinds of stuff, gear and that. But it's got some kind of, you know, advertising display that you would have to set up. Neat item, you know, neat items back there. Yes, that 2-wheeler is for sale. It's not one of ours. Pallet. Look at that. Mountainous pallet of stuff. Another mountainous pallet of stuff. We sell it by the pallet. You get everything. If you want everything, if you don't want it all, leave what you don't want. There's another pallet. Great treasures there. Here's another pallet with more treasures. All kinds of items back here. Hanging lamps, big old giant rug again. Some of you might remember it from last week. A pair of lamps, we'll sell them by the pair. These are all 45 records, and they are in alphabetical order. So we've started, as you can see, 1 is the A's, and this is part of the A's and B's, and we're going to try and keep them that way. I've pulled out one. There's some great stuff in these. There's all kinds of stuff. They're alphabetized, so you got everything from jazz to cool rock, country, all kinds of stuff. Tons. Sell them by the box. So if you have we'll probably sell this entire tub with the lid and everything. Look at that big old industrial awesome tub full of records. Here's a bunch of 78 records in a case, and there's more records. Those are kind of cooler, higher indie type ones in a milk crate. So yeah, as you can see, he's still working. Look at that old guy. He's still working. I not sure what year that was made, but the fact that it's still working is pretty amazing. Beard looks a little gray, doesn't it? Alright, well, as you can see, it's going to be another great auction. Come on down Thursday night. Doors open at 5, auction starts at 6. I hope to see y'all there. Bye, folks.